I'm ready.
Okay.
Alright. Hold on. Let me, ack.
Turn around, act.
And I know that I need you here tonight, 'cause I won't be here forever.
I know as a white person, I'm not allowed to use this terminology, but that fucking snapping turtle is my spirit animal.
The tired one?
Every fucking moment of my life, I am that snapping turtle.
TT, we're white. It obviously is your persona.
Alright, I'm gonna give him till till the clock hits 50. If not, then he has no fucking excuse.
I mean, that's fair.
And I ate a bunch of tacos, and if you only hold me, maybe a bit too many tacos.
God damn it.
But we'll only be making it. 'Cause we've never been wrong.
Keep going.
Together we can make it to the end of the... Your love is like a... I'm never...
God.
I really need you tonight.
I just want you to know that I started recording.
Yeah.
I have no intention of stopping through that entire thing. I just want you to know that.
Finally, we got one of these on clip. Fucking amazing. So enough about Taco Bell.
Oh my god.
'Cause we've never been wrong.
Alright. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what she'll be thinking later.
Ayo.
It's funny because of poop.
I swear to God, we're not 12.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, someone needs to make like an icon or something for the shenaniganry or whatever.
Alright. Okay then, we're gonna start. Right.
I have no idea what's going on, but I see a dragon on the screen.
That's fine.
Yeah, same.
We are walking through we are going through the desert of tears. We're chasing
Oh, the desert of massive nipple ring.
yes. We're chasing this handsome fellow here with the chin because he's an asshole. He's just as much of an asshole as he looks, so.
Will you do as I ask?
Payment wizard. What
And
can
he's
you
trying to sell us
offer?
to the undead lord here because he's an asshole.
The first is the dragon Arok, hero of the Dark Wars.
Yes, we know Arok well.
I'm gonna have to be on Drakan guard, though.
Is bonded. A young woman, beautiful and strong.
Nobody has made that joke for this entire LP, and I was kind of proud of everybody.
And I did it within So isn't that guy just the prince from Tangled?
Arok and his hussy follow
No,
close on my trail.
he's an asshole.
Yeah.
We have
Also
accepted
completely
your
useless.
bargain,
Yeah,
wizard,
absolutely
but your
useless.
command.
I really liked the skeleton man's voice.
In the grave.
Yeah.
The dead shall do as the dead say.
I also like that he's telling the wizard to go shove everything up his ass, and he will do what he wants to do.
Fuck you, I'm dead.
Fuck you, I'm dead.
By those who are dead, and the dead keep it tidy. We really like to keep a clean house.
Yep, Arok is telling us about the Desert of Tears here, because he's old as shit and knows everything.
Bloodshed and misery.
And the Desert of Tears sucks. It is full of these bat dragons, and everything is starting to hit really hard. This is the point of the game where the game has started to run out of development time, so they're just gonna go, we're just going to ramp up the fucking difficulty. And you can all go fuck yourselves. Figure it out or die.
Just like with a bad dragon.
A bit.
Or so I've been told.
Yeah, it's not gonna get really bad for a while, but they are going to throw these really nasty enemies at you, like, non-stop.
It's in the ramp-up period.
It's beginning. The Desert of Tears was supposed to be a much larger area, and you were supposed to get these cute little lizard things to ride on for some reason. And they just didn't. They just ran out of time to implement them, but they were fucking adorable. And the Desert of Tears was supposed to be actually, you know, kind of more deserty. We're in the valley.
Yeah.
We're in the valley before the desert. There is a desert area, but it's like 2 feet wide, perhaps. So there's me showing off that yes, the ice breath actually does freeze them, but if you don't hit them quick enough, they won't shatter.
I see. You know, hearing that track, it reminds me of a game called Neopets Darkest Fairy. And I think that's because... Yeah, I think they used that track in that game.
They might have. This game has a lot of, like, TT just dropped off.
Oh no!
It has a lot of, like, music that is reused elsewhere.
Yeah, like... copyright-free music, or whatever it's called.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Also, I have the feeling TT was making some banging quips, too.
Probably. He'll hop back on.
Yeah. Yes. Salvation in the bonfire.
The cups in the bonfire.
Salvation!
Okay, so coming around this bend here, we're gonna run into a cutscene. You see how I was flying towards that area? I was going to land there, but, you know, right into a cutscene.
Oh, lovely. So TT?
Hey!
Hello!
Yay!
My internet cut out at the worst time.
That's fine. We're at 5 minutes and 11 seconds.
Right. I'm right there with you.
You there? Can you tell me how to reach the desert?
Please. We've nothing to
And
give
for
you.
some reason, the
Wardogs
farmers
have taken
just
everything.
automatically
You don't
assume I'm
understand.
here to
I
fucking
just
rob
want
them or
directions.
make
You'll
my
not
dragon
feed
eat
us to
them
your dragon,
because
then?
they have a shitty
You
life
don't
over
eat
here.
people. Are you the one opening the old gateway?
No kidding.
We'd heard rumors of
That
a
woman
dragon
isn't
rider.
even wearing a
That's
shirt.
right.
No,
You know
nobody
about the
here wears a
gates,
shirt.
Do you know where they are? There's one to the east, but Jassard sent the warthogs to guard it. The other one's
I like how
gone.
she says that
The
really
desert lords
casually,
took it
that
up to their
line.
city in
No,
the
they just
sky.
took it.
They took it.
Yeah, it happens.
How do we get to this city?
I also
Can we
like that
fly there?
she's
I
the
don't
one that
think
knows
so.
what the fuck
It's
is going on,
protected
and
by
that guy
magic.
beside
There's
her
an
is
island
just
that
there to
goes
look
up and
pretty.
down. You'd have to go past the warthog lands until you found the old
the arm
ruins.
candy.
There's a tunnel there that cuts through the mountains.
So,
But the
just to
desert
soothe
lords
my
control it
conscience,
now.
this is
If you
not
could
the
make
game
it
that
through,
ends with, like,
you'd find a
babies,
place where
right?
the
No,
island
there
could
is
be
no
No.
babies.
I see.
There is no babies.
Well, thanks for your help. Please.
This is
one
not
more
the baby
thing.
game.
If you're going into the warthog
That's
lands,
Dragon
could
Guard
you help
2, I
us?
believe.
These
One.
warthogs.
One, yep.
They steal our crops, and now they've taken poor Andre's son. They took his son?
So yeah,
What?
this guy,
Something
his
to do with
son
the
got
tunnel in
kidnapped
the
by
old
warthogs
ruins.
because he turned
Andre
on.
used to go exploring
He was
there
where he
before
shouldn't
the
have
desert
been,
lords came. He must have
and
shown
he
his son
got,
how to get inside.
I'll see what I can do.
He's
mixed
up
up
in
in
the house.
some
But
shit.
he's
So the
been in
warthogs are
horrible
just like,
state since they
okay,
took his boy. If you could help
we're just
get
gonna
his
take
son
your
back,
kid. Is that fine?
maybe he could
That's
help
fine.
you.
And
Rumpelstiltskin rules.
And then here the game's an asshole and he's throwing fucking bone dragons at me. You remember the bone dragons from earlier in the game where they all kicked my ass immediately if they touched me? They're still gonna do that, so I'm flying away. The farmers can deal with them themselves. But no, it's alright, they just follow me. They don't actually do anything to the villagers. They don't care.
That's a shame.
I mean, this is not a protection quest.
No. There is a protection quest, but it is not actually that bad.
Okay. I'll take the word for it.
No, you'll see it in this very video. It's not actually that bad. Because the person that you protect actually kind of tries to protect themselves.
Ah.
They take out their weapon and they actually use it.
Ooh, very nice.
Hey, see that those bone dragons were still kind of fucking my day there.
Yeah, it took a while to take them out. Most things die fairly quickly with your dragon.
Yeah, if they get hit by the sonic breath, they're kind of fucked. But bone dragons are a little tougher than most things. Look, they're still just standing there like, oh, okay.
The dragon dogs fight in the sky.
Did you have fun at those bone
Shame about
dragons?
old Andre's boy, isn't it?
Andre should have taught him better. Devil's Mouth ain't no place for a boy. We're lucky the warthogs haven't killed us all as it is. No point stirring them up.
Maybe so, but
These
he's
villagers
still
have
just a boy, barely even
some
grown.
opinions
He's grown
about
enough to know. Like I said, Andre should have taught him
Andre's
better.
son.
Anyway, it's done.
Wow.
No
Yeah.
sense crying
So,
about it now.
Oh,
He's fucking
guess
dead,
you're
who
right.
cares? Dude, it's like, really? Seriously, dude?
assholes.
I want to point out again that Rin lost her brother because she couldn't save him. Because some magic asshole dragged him into hell. So
My
she's
boy,
probably
they took
not
my
up on
boy.
this opinion about children.
Why did the warthogs take your son?
Well, I think he did something. Activated the traps
Anyway,
in
here's
the old
Andre
ruins. I should never
lamenting
have
about
shown how to
Perry,
get
his
into the
kid,
tunnels. Oh, Perry,
and
I'm
getting
so
drunk
sorry,
in his
lad.
Don't worry.
in his
I'm
cave
not gonna
over
let
here.
the warthogs hurt anyone.
This is
Not
doing
this
it in his
time.
own home.
Then please hurry. I'm afraid they'll do something awful to
That
him.
is
Make
a...
him wear a fancy hat. Oh, Christ, a shame. So we're gonna kill and eat these people, or what? Listen, I'm a very large carnivore. I need to eat.
You need
This
something
guy
repaired, madam?
looks like Breck, but he's not as cool. Although he does have some kind of bitch and shit in his inventory. It's all giant axes, and I don't really care. Also, this bow, demise is nasty. It's a nasty bow. If you shoot things
Nasty
with
bow.
it, you shoot things with it. It acts
My
like
prices are cheap,
the tick
but I
did,
don't work for
and it
free.
drains health, and gives it to you.
Nice.
But again, I'm terrible with bows. And here's this pretentious dick up in his fucking windmill, and I hate him. Listen to him.
Hello.
All you had to do was hear his voice a little bit. He does sell 1 potion of invisibility and 1 potion of invulnerability, so if you need them, there they are. But I've been stockpiling them since the beginning of the game, so I should be fine. I don't think I even go back to buy them.
Potion teller, I'm heading into battle and I need your strongest potions. My potions are too strong for you.
So, we're gonna sneak down the valley and destroy everything in the way, like we usually do.
Super sneaky, super sneaky.
Yep, especially with the... I mean, those explosions didn't even have a sound aside for the... Phew!
Pow! I love the sonic breath.
Truly.
And I want you to notice that unlike any other area where we have to go down the way and destroy things along the way, there's a walking path all the way back to the village.
Oh no.
Yep, there's a walking path all the way back to the village, and there's a missing child.
Oh no.
And I dropped down here so I can take a look at this dragon corpse, because I didn't explode it. Also to heal myself, because she's a magic.
Those things hurt.
And TT's never seen me play this game before, so he's never seen me actually cast magic. And what do you think of that magic system?
That's weird shit.
It's pretty
Sort
weird
of like
shit.
you're powering up to be Super Saiyan.
I do like the glowing hand gestures in the air that makes
Yeah.
you cast magic. I do enjoy that, but they could have made it a little less clunky. You missed, shithead.
For your head.
Gave me a haircut, if I had hair.
Why is the sky exploding?
Because
That'd be my family's phone. I apologize.
that's alright.
Just gonna have to wait that out, I guess.
Surprise commenter! Hello!
Hello. You're on a candid camera, my telephone.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Man, maybe I should have answered it. Maybe it would have given us some sweet tips.
Ugh.
I don't know, man. Maybe we've also summoned some nasty animatronics.
It's probably just a telemarketer.
Hello, hello, hello. You're in a Five Nights at Freddy's Let's Play now.
I mean, it's not like my sister has to text me every single time we play D&D. I think everybody's used to it by now.
Ooh. I think we ought to know it.
And he didn't hit me either. He's kind of a terrible dragon.
Jesus, this answering machine message is taking forever.
Alright, there's our second to last gate there, but I'm going to ignore it for now. Just to make sure I've killed everything.
No survivors.
No
They're all
survivors.
ass.
Only death.
And the French.
Oh god, that's even worse.
Exactly. Nobody wants the French. Except perhaps the French.
No, the French are the ones who want the French released.
It's fair. I mean, they have to live with them every day.
Please, I want to know what human feelings are like. I cannot get that from my own kind, and certainly not from myself. Oh, I am French.
Oh boy, I'm glad French people don't watch YouTube.
I'm sad they don't. I wish they would know.
Yeah.
That you mock them at every turn.
Yes.
Well, someone has to.
Yeah. We are garbage people of abusers. Oh, we are French.
Okay, I have to come over to this stone monument here that I was trying to get to before I was cutscened into going over to that farm. There's one dude here, and he's looking at nothing. Okay, good job, guy. Oh, he hit me, bitch.
Ow.
To be fair, he was a bit more on point than his buddy. And did you see that little plinth there that had a kind of a stand for something?
Kind of.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back here with something else later. And by later, I mean like 2 minutes into this video.
So, I know we're saving the world, but just a little bit of pillaging? No?
Don't worry,
Okay.
we've pillaged everything. We pillaged an entire race of half-men last time, so
Oh, of
Oh
course.
yeah, full-on genocide.
We did the pillaging thing.
Good, good.
The Drakan
Never asked
card has
her.
my approval.
Also, did you see that one, TT, when I shot those lovely little warthogs down there with that breath, and one of them just smeared across the ground? That's why I like this breath so much. The sonic breath just kind of either blows them into chunks, throws them off cliffs, or just kind of smears them across the ground like so much refuse.
Good.
Alright. Here's some stone pillars. Oh, there's skeletons.
Oh no, it's the skeletons.
Like, oh,
They're
no.
here now, and they want our eyes. They're gonna eat them up like grapes from the farmer's market.
Right? So, oh no, skeletons that I can easily get away from because I have a dragon. Oh no, skeletons are dead. Again. So, anybody who was here earlier might recognize those glowing things there from when I got a sword.
Oh.
This time it only gives me rocks.
Oh.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, they only gave me rocks. Where the fuck's my sword, game? That's those are the rocks that we have to find 3 little pillars, little plinths, and we have to stick the goddamn rocks in them.
Oh jeez.
And then it will give me a sword.
Is it at least a good sword?
It's one of the swords of the Order of the Flame, you know, the ones that look like tuning forks.
Ooh.
And it will be the last one. So, since we have earth and water, and we have earth and ice and lightning, and the last one should be fire.
Ah, and then you can get the ultimate sword, right?
Yep. Once I collect all 4 of those, Breck will sell the ultimate sword. I don't know why I have to have all 4 of these things for him to sell me that. I guess it's like, oh, you're a collector, alright.
He needs proof of how awesome you are.
Fine. Because you have collected so many bitchin' swords, I will show you my blue eyes white dragon. Please don't rip it up. That may really make me sad.
I'm going to rip it up, old man.
No! Yugi, kill him! Pleasure,
Okay.
father.
Okay. I mean,
Wait, what?
And that's how Yu-Gi-Oh's plot kicks off.
Mm-hmm.
it's basically how Yu-Gi-Oh's plot kicks off. It's not actually a joke.
As someone who has never seen a
There's
single
something
episode of
about my
Yu-Gi-Oh,
card.
I believe you.
And I'm being dumb here. I think there's another place to put the stone around here. It's not here. It's not here.
Also, if you ever do watch Yu-Gi-Oh, watch the abridged series, because there are so many episodes of the original series that just
Don't
literally take multiple episodes.
and they
And
don't
also
go
it's-
anywhere.
It's a really dumb premise, and you gotta watch it made fun of.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really dumb
Well,
premise.
I watched SAO Abridged and no SAO, so why not?
Yugi! You're eating my face off, Yug!
I'm sorry, Julie, but you're using the Red Eyes Black Dragon. That card is trash.
Joey
Goodbye.
twisted the heart of the cards. But they're eating my face!
Crust harder.
Oh my god.
How did we get started on a Yu-Gi-Oh tangent?
You.
That's
Yeah.
That's the only explanation I have for that. Anything that happens.
fair.
Is one of you. One of you did it.
It was TT.
It just so happens that this time it's your fault.
I think
Yeah, because
that
I'm
scans.
I'm just not that funny, so it's never me.
And all I do is make sex jokes.
Exactly.
Okay, you really gotta cut that
So
out.
many.
Yeah.
There have been like multiple comments talking about your sex jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a way, it's like an orgy.
all two that I've ever gotten on any of these videos have been about you and your sex jokes.
Wait, you've gotten 2 comments? You're hitting the big time.
Yeah. I have 52 subscribers too.
Oh dang!
It's really getting up
You're
there.
getting there.
Yeah.
And one of them was a racist comment even. That is really hitting the big league.
Hell yeah, when you got the racist comments, that's how you know that you've got the heart of YouTube.
Wait.
Seriously?
No, this is me making fun of the fact that nobody watches this shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's not for, you know, shit people.
Yeah.
It's for those of high class, good, exquisite tastes.
Exactly.
You 52 people, you have excellent taste.
Yeah. Especially after
I'm
going
one of
through
those
that
52 people.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, wait, so am I.
gasp. I'm not, though.
You fucking traitor.
Yeah, what the fuck, Shady?
Listen. I'm sorry, but I couldn't do it after Taco Bell.
You're gonna blame the Taco Bell thing that only happened just now.
Did we even? Is that even gonna be
Well
in
done.
this
Only
video?
one gate
Yeah.
remains, but it may prove the
I
most
started
serious
recording
threat
before we
to the
started
centre of
recording,
Jassad's
and I
power,
didn't stop
and he'll
once
do
you started
everything he
doing
can
that.
to stop it.
That's
Still,
fair.
if you can reach this one final gate, he'll be finished. Not even the Desert Lords can stand against the dragons
So
of the
here's
Order.
General Daramon. Earlier in another video, TT, that you missed, I called him, I called his mother a gnome.
Oh, it's fair.
Yeah.
He looks like he enjoys pointy hats and digging in the dirt.
Probably babes and squirrels, too.
He does. He also sent me into, like, a stronghold full of these giant, boar men, and did not give me anything for it afterwards. So, it's like,
Wow.
you're a gnome. You're also a bitch.
I mean, what's the difference?
Oh!
Shady, damn.
Shit!
Well, the difference is that bitches aren't shitty hobbits.
Oh.
God, there's a lot of gnome, opinions today.
I mean, gnomes are basically what would happen if a dwarf and a hobbit got it on.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, they
Listen,
probably.
there are 3 kinds of gnomes. The pointy-headed men who stab anyone who breaks into your garden. The ones that look like those but are secretly Elton John.
Okay.
What?
And then the ones that D&D made to be like shitty hobbits. Those are the gnomes.
I want you to go back to the one about Elton John, because what the fuck are you
Well,
talking
you know,
about?
sometimes you think you've got a good guardian gnome to stab anyone who breaks into your lawn, but nope, it starts singing Elton John music, and that's when you know that you've accidentally, you know, brought a fucking viper into your yard, you know? It's like milk snakes and coral snakes, you know?
I don't, but okay, I'll take your word for it.
Well, a milk snake and a coral snake look almost identical, but one's poisonous and one's not.
Well, I know that.
And just like a normal guardian gnome that stabs the one that comes onto your property is a harmless creature for you. But the Elton John gnome that looks like the normal garden gnome, but instead of stabbing people who try to hurt you, sings horrible Elton John songs. That's the bad kind of gnome.
I feel
Yeah.
you're making a reference to something that I don't know anything about, and I'm kind of glad about it.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I was glad about it. I didn't want
Wait.
didn't want you to clarify.
Wait,
Sherlock Gnomes.
why did you watch that, TT?
Oh, I didn't watch it, but I knew of it.
I knew it existed, and that was enough.
So you had to burden us with this knowledge.
Yeah.
Also,
Hey, if I have to remember it, so does everyone else.
I shot that Warthog with my upgraded fireball spell, and did you notice that it kind of exploded him in 2 shots?
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
pretty
that. Ouch.
the upgraded magic in this game is kind of fucking ridiculous. But, unfortunately, my fear spell, which for reference is the ecto cooler that gets dumped on Rin when I cast it.
Fuck yeah, ecto cooler.
Like now?
That makes everybody scared of me. See, they can't do anything. They can run up to me, and then they cower in fear and can't do goddamn jack shit as I rip out their spleens. This is a bullshit spell. It's going to stop working pretty soon. Pretty soon I'm going to get to the enemies where this has no effect on them. And I'm going to be sad. Because I'll have to use the slow spell, and it's not as effective. Also, that guy got killed by his buddy up there. I just do that. They don't care about friendly fire. These fire warthog's.
Hey, thanks for that.
Like, oh, thanks, you helped me.
They don't care. They don't care about you losing either.
No, they just throwing their fire up there.
Well, I should say they actually do care about the losing because they shot you in the back when you tried.
Well, they can't do that. They would have to come down here and do something about it, and they won't. I'm waiting for my fear spell to wear off, and unfortunately my fear spell is like, I think it's maxed out. So it's going to stay there for a while. But I have to wait for it to wear off before my mana comes back enough for me to cast it again. So we're just gonna stand here and look at her glowing green ass.
My favorite kind of ass.
Honestly, Shady, bringing your fetishes into this is just uncallable.
I know. Who am I, Kay?
Your mother was a gnome.
Honestly.
There's
just as silly as a clown right now is what you're being.
And I cast the clone spell to give myself enough time to run up to that guy and stab him without him knowing I'm coming, because that makes me invisible. But then I got stuck on geometry.
Come on.
Because this is an old game. It's a little jank. But it lasted long enough for me to get up here.
Come on.
Okay.
It worked.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still distracted by the fact that TT's trying to put his clown fetish on me.
You got a clown fetus, Shady?
Fucking... you walked right into that one.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm also distracted by this horn I found in your house.
What?
Why are you in his house?
Am I hiding a unicorn? What's going on in this joke?
I don't know.
So TT found, Shady found out.
Shady's collecting fetuses, and I've got a unicorn horn? What?
So wait, Shady just outed you as a brony, TT.
Oh, no one's a brony. They don't exist.
Yes, like
Just
Denmark.
like conflikters don't exist, right?
Oh.
Like what?
By the way, TT, I brought your clown costume back from the cleaners. Or do you want it?
What the fuck is this joke?
I don't know. Where is this going?
There's fetuses and unicorn horns.
Where did you get the fetus from?
You said clown fetus.
No, I didn't
And I was
know
trying to
such
pin my
thing.
clown fetus to you. What does that even mean?
He said
I
fetish.
said, yes.
He said fetish.
Bullshit! I heard what I fucking heard. I heard clown fetus.
Hey man, you try enunciating. You try enunciating. It's hard.
I enunciate very well, actually.
I'm gonna fucking pee my pants. What is going on?
Oh no!
Oh, Shady's bringing his clown fetus to the fucking wedding, I guess.
I mean, How else am I?
Piece of
So
Allocore that I'm trying to
this
get
is
to the blind.
the Death Stranding DLC where you can disguise Norman Reedus' funky fetus.
No,
as a
no,
clown.
come on, give us some credit, Kay. This makes more sense than Death Stranding.
I mean, Death Stranding is basically impreg video game.
Death Stranding is a game
Oh no.
that seems cobbled to not make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's supposed to.
Yeah. I think it's
Well, it has Guillermo
the
del
bird.
Toro in it, so
I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that it's nonsensical.
Yeah, it's not supposed to make sense, but it's not supposed to be bad either. Alright, so back to the video game.
Hong Kong.
Here's the hidden entrance into the Warthog caves that we're supposed to find.
Shady, I'm beginning to think you have a clown fetish.
I mean,
Or
I've
at the
seen
very
your...
least, a clown fetus.
I mean, how else am I supposed to grow my own clown, TT? In this economy, you have to start off small.
here's the thing. Maybe the Shady was the clown fetus all along. He was born a clown. But at some point he was a clown fetus.
Ooh!
Where, honk, honk, where, honk, where.
Shady's amazing new autobiography, Born a Clown.
Shit.
Just like my sex life.
Oh my god.
It's not non-existent, Shady.
We're gonna So okay, to the video game. I had to go in that cave. I had to go in that cave back there to get a key to get into this cave. That's basically what I was doing back there. Go back to your clowns. You may return to your regularly scheduled clowns now.
You know what's weird with my
Oh my fucking god. Where the fuck did this come from?
TT is denying his fetishes.
Denying my fetuses?
Yes, you're denying your clown fetuses,
I think it all has to
TT.
do with Snape in the closet and his Expecto persona.
Oh, that was the best thing I've ever seen on Tumblr today. Expecto Personam.
I mean, because if you think about it, that's really what that spell is. You summon your persona to help you deal with a trying time.
Yeah. It gets really weird when it gets really
my
buff.
Personam is a giant squid. How do I deal with this? Enjoy the hentai. No! No!
You're a hentai, Harry.
Here's your ego spell.
Now sit on that floor.
So the guy who
I mean, that's a Harry Potter thing, not a hentai thing.
But this, hey, we're combining.
I'm not
the
saying that hentai hasn't done it, but that's not like a hentai specific thing. That's a Harry Potter specific thing.
Fucking
I know.
shit.
It is though. That's the worst part.
Oh yes, with sexy old wizard children, they shit right on the floor for good old JK.
You gonna be okay over there, Shady?
I don't know. I've been sick.
Don't die.
Oh, this entire video has been sick.
Is that serious?
Yeah.
This video? It's not sick.
Yeah, thanks to all those fucking clown fetuses over there.
Just imagining a bunch of like prenatal clowns slowly dying in a corner.
like the South Park Stick of Truth thing where they go to the abortion clinic and the Nazi zombie virus breaks out, but instead of Nazi zombies, it's a zombie clowns. So a bunch of zombie clown fetuses.
Look, babies! Babies!
So,
Stab the babies!
Oh, there's the clown fetuses.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
dying!
do you think when the clown fetus dies, it just lets out a sound like a deflating balloon?
I'm pretty sure whenever a clown dies, it erupts into a spray of confetti.
Sounds about right.
It's the only dignified way to go.
Yeah.
Alright.
So do clowns operate by killer clowns from outer space rules where you shoot them in the nose and they explode?
I'm gonna say not all clowns. You know, for some clowns, the nose is a very sensitive organ.
Not all clowns.
But I think for others, it's just there for like a mating display. So it's like, you know, if you blow off the tails of a male like the tail feathers of a male peacock, it's still fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not as sexy anymore.
Yeah.
Hashtag not all clowns. Oh god. Oh god, I found something really horrible to say.
Hashtag not all clowns.
I mean, isn't that what every hashtag not all blank is saying, though?
Hashtag not all clowns.
Or, you know, hashtag clown lives matter.
Oh, Jesus Christ. At this point, I'm glad nobody watches these.
Yeah. Watch this PD episode.
Let's be clear, you were mocking Blue Lives Matter just now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Or White Lives Matter, or anything else that wasn't the original.
Fucking All Lives Matter, which, you know, was never contradicted by Black Lives Matter.
Exactly. So everything but Black Lives Matter is just hashtag clown lives matter.
Yeah, the sad thing is I'm pretty sure most white people would accept Clown Lives Matter before Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. Not wrong.
You know, it's time we stop the prejudice against clowns.
We live in a society, rise up, clown lives matter.
Fucking Christ.
Those
Oh, wait, shit,
damn.
that's just what the Joker movie's about, isn't it?
Yeah!
Wait.
Oh,
Is the Joker about some guy discovering his clown fetish?
No, it's about a guy who has a clown fetus trying to marry Domino from Deadpool 2. But then it turns out he sucks.
You...
And like he realizes that his life is just like a clip show of two different Martin Scorsese movies mashed together, with like a little bit of Batman draped over it for flavor.
holy fucking shit.
Oh, is that why they asked Martin Scorsese about superhero movies? Because Joker ripped off two of his?
Hey-oh.
Damn.
Fucking lots of opinions in this video.
The actual comic Joker would be about someone with a clown fetish realizing he also has a bat fetish.
I mean, that's not even a fucking... It's not even an opinion. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah!
They straight up did the fucking King of Comedy shit, but, you know, they just switched around, what's his name? Big actor. Kind of meathead.
You know that one?
He's like Al Pacino, but he's not Al Pacino.
Robert De Niro?
Robert De Niro. Yeah, they just switched out Robert De Niro from, like, the guy who wants to be on the comedy show to the guy who runs the comedy show. And they added a good chunk of Taxi Driver to boot, and boom, you got Joker. It's not even debatable. It's like, you know, when they fucking actually cast the guy from the King of Comedy in it as the role that, you know, his character was obsessed with in the King of Comedy, it's like that's gone beyond like homage. You're just straight up doing a fucking remake.
Careful, we're gonna get somebody reblogging this with an 11-hour and 44-minute rant about
Hey,
fucking Joker.
Yeah, but then you know what? You're gonna get more subscribers.
I don't want any.
Thanks for the free publicity, assholes.
Did they just throw a giant egg at you?
He just rolled a rock at me. It looked like an egg.
Why did it explode?
There were just exploding barrels there.
They stole it from a Kulu.
Can you imagine being so pissed at a woman expressing mild dislike for a movie about a killer clown that you made an 11.5-hour movie?
Yeah.
As a rebuttal.
Did anyone actually watch it and see what it was actually about? If it was actually...
I don't need to know what 11 hours and 44 minutes of piss baby whining is.
If it was just inflated for time, or we literally just repeated the same thing over and over.
I follow Jenny Nicholson, so I actually read the thread that happened in. and a lot of the fans of that channel were coming in to defend their honor. And the fans claimed that only 6 hours of the video actually talk about her video, and the other 4 talk about other things.
Oh, good.
And that the video is actually like a recording of a podcast. And I'm just like, an 11-hour fucking podcast episode? Jesus H. Christ! I have to prepare myself when I sit down for like a 1-hour podcast episode. It's like,
Yeah.
You want me to sit in one place for an entire fucking day's worth of like, active time?
Yeah, like, the only other video I've seen that's close to that is a 7-hour look at Omega Ruby, and the guy in that is like, yeah, I know people aren't going to watch this for the entirety of 7 hours. They're just going to keep coming back to it.
And then, then the fans of the video were, like, talking about, like, well, how can you complain about this if you don't watch it to see if they have any interesting... It's just like, how fucking high do you have to be on the smell of your own farts to think that anyone should be expected to listen to an 11-hour rebuttal of them just saying, you know, I didn't like this movie very much, and here's why. Like...
Yeah.
Like... That's fucking insane! They're fucking crazies!
There is nothing in that 11-hour video that could possibly be worth listening to.
Yeah. Maybe if it was 11 seconds. Sure. 11 hours?
Apparently one of the guys who did the 11.5-hour video or whatever is infamous for making overly long videos. And the point is, it made me feel a lot better about whenever I ramble about something incoherently for way too long. Because I've never done it for 11.5 fucking hours.
Yeah, seeing the extremes helps you feel more content in your position in life.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you know, I overthink Godzilla movies all the time, but at least I'm not that guy. Jesus.
Okay, I want to point out what's happening in the video game right now. For just a second.
Let's play.
See, this is a jumping puzzle in a game where I can't control the camera. The camera moves with me when I move. I don't have dual analog control of the camera. And here's a jumping puzzle that they threw at me. And now you can go back to whatever you were talking about before, because it's going to be happening for at least 5 minutes.
Video games.
YouTube geography. What's the time frame on it?
4:30. Oh wait, 43:44.
Oh hey, I'm actually 2 seconds ahead.
Hey.
That's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Indeed. Wait.
Before the war.
Am I actually
Did you make it?
Did I make it?
Honk honk.
Okay, Shady, we gotta talk about safely disposing of those clown fetuses, because this is gonna be a problem.
So, here...
Yeah, if you don't dispose of them properly, you're gonna get a Drakengard ending.
I know.
Bitch.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, like, at night, they just begin crawling up on my bed, and it's just like, no, get off! Off!
That's fucking terrifying, Shady.
Yeah, it is.
Those are cats, Shady.
Oh, wait, I have cats, not clown fetuses.
Oh, that's how you solve your clown fetus problem.
Yeah, just feed them to the
cats.
cats.
Yeah, just let the cats have at it.
I mean, I don't think cats would want clown fetuses.
I mean, cats will eat fucking anything. I've seen a cat eat a Cheeto.
Yeah. And there's the second of those plinths that I have to put the stones into, so if I didn't do that jumping puzzle, yeah, I get no sword. And...
Listen, is it healthy for a cat to eat a clown fetus? No. But, like, it won't hurt them to just have a few.
Yeah, and they're going to do it anyway. I'd like to see it stop.
How many clown fetuses do you have?
That many, Shady, come on.
Okay, if you're having trouble counting them, then that's a problem.
Did he leave so he didn't have to answer that question? Yeah. He did.
Imagine being so embarrassed of your clown fetus that you just leave a conversation.
I bet it's better to have a clown fetus than a clown fetus, TNT.
Teen T?
Yeah. Teen Titans. Go.
I mean, if that show did have a clown fetus, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, so here we go. It is escort quest time.
Yay!
We found Perry. He's fine.
The platypus?
Yes.
Perry,
Yeah, but you're doing this
Yes,
yourself.
that's me. How did you get past all those warthogs?
I've been sneaking past
She's been
Warthog
sneaking
since I
past
was 12.
Warthog since she's 12,
Can
huh?
you tell me why they took you?
Somebody
It's the
turned on
only
the
way
old
to
traps
get
in
into the
main
liquor
tunnel,
store and get the
some of
cigarettes.
The warthogs got killed. They'd seen me by the ruins, so they thought I did it.
Hell, you
But
did,
it wasn't
kid.
me, I swear.
Do you know who
Ghosts.
it
Uh-huh.
Ghosts.
It was ghosts.
was? Ghosts?
Dead men. I
Hey, we're
saw
fighting
them.
skeletons
A
already. This
bunch
isn't
of them
that weird.
marched into the lower tunnels. The traps must be
So
activated from
the
down there.
dead have risen
How can I
because
get into
of
those tunnels?
Gothrol,
Here, you
the
can
guy,
have it.
the handsome,
opens a door
the
at the
weirdly
base of
handsome
the
skeleton
You
from
better
earlier
stay
in
away
the
from
video.
there from now on.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
trust me, I
Come on,
remember.
let's get you home.
I know you would.
Close to me and you'll be fine.
You're the one that made the comment that he was a weirdly handsome skeleton.
It does sound like that,
Yeah. Him and his chiseled jawbone.
Yeah, you could really see his noble jawbone features.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we have to escort Perry home. The problem with Perry isn't that he will be attacked too much and die. He can take care of himself. He does have a short sword, and he's a pretty good about using it. But he will get caught on corners. And if he gets caught on a corner and you go too far away from him, he might just disappear.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that's why I'm turning around and making sure I can hear his little pattering footsteps behind me. Because if I turn around and he's not there, I would have to reload a save from earlier to make him reappear in the game.
Ooh.
It's not any fun. That's the danger of this escort quest. It's not that he might die, although he is possible for him to die, but you have to really let the warthogs just hit him and just stare at it happening. It's that he might just poof into another existence somewhere. I don't know where the fuck he goes, but he goes somewhere. But it's not in this game.
Somewhere over the
I think this is the way.
Jimbo.
You said somewhere, and I thought you were originally going to go, somebody once told me. And I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I'm disappointed myself. Especially in my clown fetus.
So you admit it.
I mean,
Man, imagine being so ashamed of something as innocuous as a clown fetish that you would refuse to admit it.
yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have to go fight a shadow where you have a bunch of clowns climbing over you.
Fucking most horrifying Persona boss fight ever imagined.
God.
You're not me!
Right through there.
You're not me! You can't be me!
See,
Did
there,
you?
there he
Did
goes.
you? You want to think you were so fucking dead?
See, there he goes. Perry's hitting the dudes for me. Come on. He's doing things.
Wait, why am I there?
The TT.
See, the sex expert knows.
I don't want this title.
Fucking kink finder general over here.
You're darn right I am. Puts on badge.
I want the viewers at home to know that that is his nickname in one of our Discord servers, so he's putting that on with honor.
Oh, I need to change that name back. Hold on.
Damn it!
I looked away for a second, and the noises those werewolf men were making sounded a bit inappropriate. I think they're enjoying getting hit by a lady a little too much.
Yeah.
They're also being hit by a little boy, so maybe.
Wait. Back up. That's a little boy?
Yeah.
I thought he was a young adult.
He's like 11.
What the fuck?
No, he's a little
Look,
boy.
video game designers don't know what children look like.
Yeah, he's just a really short adult. But no, that is supposed to be a child.
At least make it like Neopets and make him a midget version.
Well, they kind of did. He is shorter than everybody else. They're not good at children,
Dragon
alright?
Age Origins has like an old woman character, but she has the same super perky body of a young woman character.
Come on, let's get you home.
It just has an old face.
Yeah, it's like... We gotta lay off the smokes, man.
It's not the first thing that groups. You're gonna have to find a boob slider that makes it go down. That's how true old women go. They start migrating towards the knees first.
Makes sense.
Look, they're like 2 bags of like flesh and fat that are like 5 pounds each. They're gonna droop when you get old.
There's no breastbones holding them in place.
They're just sacks of nothing.
That's like a genetically engineered woman with a titty bone. It's shaped like a sea urchin. And it keeps them nice and perky. The downside is if you ever give them a squeeze, they'll pierce your hand and inject you with venom. So all in all, a mixed success.
Fucking die, holy shit. That was a terrible image. Weaponized poison lactation.
It's not fun.
Oh no!
Lactation cannon.
I don't think this was intended to be the fetish episode. That's what it became.
I mean,
Damn it, Kay.
yeah.
God damn it, Kay.
It's not
We
fun.
should have known better.
Fucking Christ, holy crap. Holy shit. To be fair, it's more exciting this way.
That is in fact what she said.
The she with the urchin boobs, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So what you plotting, Kay? You're oddly silent.
I'm just listening.
Horrified at what he wrought with the titty bone.
You joke, but I'm pretty sure that's the canon explanation for why vipers have tits in XCOM. The venom sac.
Oh man.
Perry, please don't be stuck
Perry?
on this rock. Perry.
Barry?
Perry.
It's a platypus. They don't
Perry's a platypus!
Perry. Why? Don't be stuck. Small child, please get off the bone pile that is in your way, obstructing you. This is what I mean about Perry being stuck on
You'd
things.
better stay away from there from now on.
It is incredibly
Come
frustrating.
on, let's get you home.
And luckily, I
Me and you'll
think
be
I
fine.
knock him off of it. Perry, please. Thank you, Perry. If he hadn't gotten off of there, I would have had to reload that entire section, and I just did, and do it again.
Trying to make some sense of it all. I can see it, don't make it all. And again, it put the pain on the face. And the pain is in the things. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Perry.
No, I don't want to be in the middle of anything with Perry. Thank you.
Yeah.
He is
Right
such
through
an
there.
ugly child.
Yeah, that's the reason why, Shady, and not because he's a child. It's because he's an ugly child.
That's the reason our president gave.
Whoa! Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
You know what? I'm gonna abort that joke. I'm gonna abort that one. I'm not gonna take that one farther.
Holy shit. Okay, we've delivered the ugly child. God damn,
Good.
Shady. Fuck.
Yeah, jeez.
Listen, when I saw that child, I got Benedict Cumberbatch vibes, alright?
Girl, I owe you. I never
That's
thought
an
I'd see my
insult
boy
to the
again.
low-res
I'm
graphics of a
just glad I
PS2
was here to
game.
help.
Yeah, you're
I do.
right.
Take
You're
that
right.
back.
Take
God,
this,
you're gonna hurt Perry's
please.
feelings.
It's something
He
I
deserves
get
it.
from the Warthog.
Okay, so
I think-
I got 8,000 gold for delivering the child, and also that sword on the ground.
Unlike the people who rendered Benedict Cumberbatch, the people who made this game were trying.
They were. I can't
Yeah.
use this sword, but it's pretty bitchin' looking.
Why can't
like-
you use it?
I don't have enough skill points in it for melee weapons, because I focused on magic.
Ah.
So it's just basically a hunk of change to me. Thanks for the sword. I'm gonna go over here and sell it to your blacksmith. I hope this
Yeah,
wasn't a
looks like,
precious family heirloom or
You need
anything.
something.
That looks like the precious family heirloom of that farming family. The one who has
It's a
that
deal.
child Perry with the ugly face.
It's a deal. It's a deal.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, it's been in their family for generations. They'd only give it up if it was truly a noble deed someone did. Well, I've always wanted to melt that particular sword into scrap, so let's get started.
But I found work for free.
Gotta help send Parry on his way to be
I
a
fucking
movie
hate Perry and
called.
his ugly face. Can't wait to destroy his heirloom.
Oh my god, holy crap.
It's gonna pay for that little shit's college tuition, not anymore.
Yes, he's planning to become a professor.
With that ugly mug. Oh no.
Yeah, it's going to be quite strange, that one.
Jesus. Poor Perry, holy fuck, guys.
Yeah, jeez.
End up being a poop smith is what he's gonna be.
Oh. I didn't think this was gonna be shit on Perry time. He didn't even
Neither
do
did
anything
Perry.
to you guys except be ugly, apparently.
And get kidnapped.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
and
so
he
he's an
lit up
ugly
some
kidnap
traps.
victim, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Jesus Christ. There's...
This is the Perry roast episode.
Yep.
Right, so we're finally getting to the actual desert portion of the Desert of Tears.
The true fetish was hating Perry.
Perry, anti-periphilia.
Ooh, I hate.
Oh,
Perry-phobophilia.
Oh.
I really hate you guys.
Perry-phobic, and that gets me off.
Yeah.
oh, no, don't
Yeah.
No!
Oh, freaking god, I'm gonna fucking cry.
Well, that's being Perry-ist.
Yeah, that's why it's so hot.
So
Yeah.
much for the tower it left.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah.
No.
Ow!
Did you slap yourself for doing that? Because I hope you did.
I slapped myself to try and make it better, but it just made it worse.
Oh, behave. It's me, Austin Powers, and I've got a brand new sexual treat for you, love. It's called hating Perry. All you do is think of Perry and how much you hate his shitty little face, and you'll get off right away. Trust me, I'm Austin Powers. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you behave.
And that's how you make an Austin Powers joke in the year 2019.
if you're not making him into a Pokemon type thing.
Oh, what sort of asshole would do that?
I don't know what sort of asshole would do that.
Probably one of a clown fetish.
Oh my god, this went places.
Yeah.
So many places.
I didn't think you'd all latch on to Perry and just fucking hate the shit out of him. He's like the one escort quest character I've ever run across that doesn't piss me off. And you're just immediately, oh, I hate this ugly child.
I mean, it wouldn't have been so bad if he didn't look like a slightly smaller adult.
They didn't have time to render children correctly.
It's like they cast Brad Pitt to play a mission. All they did was CGI shrink him down.
And not even his legs or anything. It was basically just like a 4-foot Brad Pitt.
Kay brings up an interesting point. What if they had instead gone Mars Needs Moms and like got an adult to do the mocap, but then make a child body for it? Yeah, in Mars Needs Moms, they have Seth Green play the main character, but you know he does all the mocap and facial expressions. But then they dubbed it with a little kid, and it was a little kid's body, and it's just one of several horrible artistic choices that movie made.
Yeah, like, oh god, it's almost getting to that time of year where that movie's going to be played again.
No one plays Mars Needs Moms anymore.
No, I'm talking about the other mocap movie, The Polar Express.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate! The Polar Express is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Right, kid, you know what kind of train this is?
It's also the first movie I've ever seen that's 100% filler.
It is. Nothing happens in that movie.
Like, also the scene with the puppets, they're just as lifeless as the other characters.
They're actually more lively, to be quite honest.
Yeah, they
You're
actually
not
have
seeing
life.
like maggots writhe underneath their skin in an approximation of human expression. You know how Vincent D'Onofrio plays like a bug alien hiding in human skin? I think it's really interesting that Robert Zemeckis decided to make an entire series of movies that were a what if those bug people tried to make human movies.
Okay.
The what if the Hunter X Nebula started being cast in movies.
Alright, so we're getting to a boss fight. I'd like you to pay attention to this real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
No promises.
Just because I want you to hear what Rin says to Arok at one point.
Okay.
So it's Chinny McChinnerson again.
Easily, do you?
He's not going to fight us himself because he did so well last time.
But this time, you'll
Yeah,
wish
he did
you'd been
absolutely
less
nothing.
persistent.
So he's going to wake up two dragons of the Dark Union and set them on us.
Shaza, Torah, awake!
He's a bitch.
Oh, he's floating on pure bitch evil there.
Who dares awaken us? Show yourself.
Oh, they know Arok.
Shaza. Look, is that Arok? What? Yes.
Listen to Rin here.
Murderer. Have you forgotten us? You killed
After
our brother.
I
Torah
remember you,
talks,
Shaza.
listen to what
Your
Rin
brother
says to
was a
Arok.
traitor to the Order and an eater of children.
He was our brother. His soul cries out for retribution.
Oh!
Did you have any friends?
So every time we've run across a dragon or something from the ancient times where Arok was from, they've all just hated Arok with a burning passion, including his former actual friend. So she's just like, didn't anybody like you?
Poor Arok.
Yeah, what did he
Jesus.
do?
They're treating him like he's Jeremy.
They're treating him like he's Perry.
Yeah.
Jerry. What the fuck did I say? Who the fuck is Jerry?
I don't know. Where the hell did Jeremy come from?
Oh my wait, Jeremy Dooley?
Fucking Jeremy, I swear.
Okay, so
well, we'll time we need to have a character that's just fucking Jeremy.
This is fucking Jeremy.
I do feel like Jeremy is a good douchebag, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Well,
you
character idea.
You don't want to fight these two fuckers together. So I am running away, trying to bait one at a time, so I stand a chance. Because their breath weapon just kind of sucks the health out of you and gives it back to them, and it blows. So
that sounds awful.
So we bitch out and fly backwards and shoot at them one at a time.
Ah, it's like fighting Kieran.
Airlock is a douchebag.
Didn't you have any friends is my favorite line in this game.
That's brutal.
So didn't you have any It has always cracked me up, and I had to listen to it again.
Well, one's dead.
Yeah, and it almost killed me. Just one. I fucking hate this boss fight.
On the plus side, he had those cool plasma swords, so...
Yeah, that.
Are useless right now.
Well, they're good swords on their own. It's just that the bigger prize is just collecting all of them.
I mean, you're fighting a dragon. The swords aren't exactly gonna do you any good.
Yeah, well...
Airlock, fly me closer. I want to hit him with my sword.
That's no time for bedroom talk.
Whoa! What the fuck, Shady?
No,
we don't need a different type of Drakan guard here. Trojan make, if you will.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. No.
Way too many sex jokes in this episode, Kay.
Yeah, dude.
I'm fairly sure there is Rule 34 in this game.
It probably
Oh, yeah, for
is,
sure.
and it's probably of Arok and Rin. So I don't care to know that it exists, so please don't find it for me. That's directed at you, Ren, because I know that you can find it. I just don't want you to, please.
Yeah.
I don't doubt your skills, but please don't.
Well, let's go
can't
in Red's
find it,
Garden
you'll
of
not
Delights
know.
as soon as he listens to this.
Okay, they're both dead.
You just shatter him?
Yep, I froze him and then broke him into pieces.
Ow.
That's what
We shall fall to the desert below and melt.
On the plus side, now Arok has completed the set and killing all three of those brothers.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I also get their breath weapon.
You know, I felt the same level of pride when I finally snapped the necks of Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
You see that tunnel? They call that
So
the
that's-
Sanguinard.
That's why
the
Timmy
Walk
Sam
of
can
Blood.
find his nephews.
Let us pray its defenses are not still intact.
Wait, was it original or remake Huey?
There's a
Dewey?
reason they had to recast those parts.
Ah.
Alright,
On the
so
plus side, the duck soup was delicious.
next video is us going through this desert stronghold of the Dark Union, trying to find a way through the lasers.
Yay!
Hey, lasers, my favorite thing in this game.